of a 2-year campaign by the Take Back NYU coalition and of campaigns from years past in whose footsteps we follow. In order to create a more accountable, democratic, and socially responsible university, we demand the following. Number 1, full legal and disciplinary amnesty for all parties involved in this occupation. They won't leave without that one. Number 2, full compensation for all employees whose jobs were disrupted during the course of this occupation. Right. Number 3, public release of NYU's annual operating budget, including a full list of university expenditures, salaries for all employees compensated on a semester or annual basis, funds allocated for staff wages, contracts to non-university organizations for university construction and services, financial aid data for each college, and money allocated to each college, department, and administrative unit of the university. Furthermore, this should include a full disclosure of the amounts and sources of the university's funding. Number 4, disclosure of NYU's endowment holdings, investment strategy, projected endowment growth, and persons, corporations, and firms involved in the investment of the university's endowment funds. Additionally, we demand an endowment oversight body of students, faculty, and staff who exercise shareholder proxy voting power for the university's investments. Number 5, that the NYU administration agrees to resume negotiations with GSOC UAW Local 2110, the Union for NYU Graduate Students.
NYU graduate students.
They are the Union for NYU Graduate Assistants, Teaching Assistants, and Research Assistants. That NYU publicly affirm its commitment to respect all of its workers, including student employees, by recognizing their right to form unions and bargain collectively. The NYU publicly affirm that it will recognize workers' unions through majority card verification. Number 6, that NYU signed a contract guaranteeing fair labor practices for all NYU employees at home and abroad. This contract will extend to subcontracted workers, including bus drivers, food service employees, and anyone involved in the construction, operation, and maintenance at any of NYU's non-US sites. Number 7, the establishment of a student-elected socially responsible finance committee. Woo!
Just to say that again, the establishment of a student socially responsible finance committee for NYU.
Number 8, that the first 2 orders of business of the socially responsible finance committee will be an in-depth investigation of all investments in war and genocide profiteers, as well as companies profiting from the occupation of Palestinian territories. And number 2, a reassessment of the despicable recently lift of the ban on Coca-Cola products. Number 9, that annual scholarships be provided for just 13, come on, that's nothing, 13 Palestinian students. We should have at least that. Annual scholarships for at least 13 Palestinian students.
Just to say, the number 13 on the list of demands, about 13 Palestinian students annually getting scholarships here at NYU. That's 13 students for the 1,300 Palestinians who were killed in 3 weeks over the winter.
Number 10, that the university donate all excess supplies and materials in an effort to rebuild the University of Gaza. Number 11, tuition stabilization for all students, beginning with the class of 2012.
That's right.
All students will pay their initial tuition rate, like at George Washington University, throughout the course of their education at NYU. Tuition rates for each successive year will not exceed the rate of inflation, nor shall they exceed 1%. Number 12, that student groups, yes, students, believe it or not, have priority when reserving space in the buildings owned or leased by NYU, including and especially the Kimmel Center. Number 13, that the general public have access to Bope's library. Along with this, students have issued a solidarity statement. We, the students of Take Back NYU, declare our solidarity with the student sleepovers in Greece, in Italy, and the United Kingdom, as well as those of the University of Rochester, the New School for Social Research, and with future sleepovers to come in the name of democracy and student power. We stand in solidarity with the University of Gaza and with the people of Palestine.